I'm going to do you some recipes with herring that were caught last night for the second annual Fishermen Helping Kids with Cancer. Now I'm going to do 3 recipes. I want to do a pickle, I'm going to do a fried, and we're going to bake some in the oven. When you get the herring home, what do you want to do with them? You want to clean them right away. That's very important. And then sometimes I like to brine them. It adds a lot of flavor and gives you a little bit of time before you freeze them or you do the pickle. Here's our herring. They just came in, and I want to show you the simple way of cleaning them. What you need to do, you can do this with your hands, and what you do, you open it up like this, you grab them by the gills and the pectoral fin right here, and you pull. With that comes out all the innards of the herring, like that. And now that's clean. The only thing that's left in there is the milt or the roe, depending if it's a male or a female. You can also do this by using your knife. Just put your knife right down like that and pull out just like that. The other way to do these is just take your knife, cut from the anal fin up, and grab the fins and the gills at the same time. So we're going to make a brine solution. 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of salt to a liter of water. Dilute that really well, and then add all your herring right into the solution. Add a few onions on top like this so they sweeten the flavor and give a nice aroma. And put these in the fridge for 2 to 3 days. And once they're done out of the fridge, they come like this. They're all lightly brined. This is a very light brine. Adds a lot of flavor and texture to the herring. There's 2 ways of filleting a herring. One is by cutting the head and then putting your knife right on top of the spine like this and running it along the spine. You're just scraping along. Now here's the roll that I said about. Those are really tasty. You can fry those up or cook them in a chowder or whatever you want to put them in. I like them like that, just in the oven for a couple seconds. Then just run the knife on the second part of the sardine, holding it firmly like this. And now you need to finish it off. It's got the belly bone, so you put your knife right in front of the belly bones and cut down. And then you need to take the dorsal fin off like that. And the same thing on this side, just push down on the flesh and the bones come right in front of you, up like this, and there you are. Those are the 2 fillets. The other way is the Dutch way, and I like this way too. It's very easy, and once you get to know how to do this, then you can practice this. You just cut right up to the skeleton of the fish right there, not through. You don't cut through the skeleton. You draw a line first just so you can practice like this, which is right above the belly and the belly bones. Then you put your knife and run it along the frame of the fish like that. Flip it over, repeat on the other side, cut up to the skeleton, draw a line. It's about 1/2 centimeter on the just under that dark line right there. And then draw the knife again on the other side like that, so that you go right to the back. So what we've done here is we've butterflied it, and now all you need to do is just separate it with your knife like this, take the dorsal fin bones off, and there's your other way of filleting a herring. Now we got all our herring all filleted. That was from the brined herring, which was brined for 2 days. And we have here half vinegar and half water. We're going to put that into our saucepan here. We're going to add some sugar, and we're going to add some pickling spices. Bring this to a boil. Okay, so we're going to start putting some of our herring fillets in the jar, and in between you can put a little bit of onions like so, and a little bit more herring, and a touch more onions. The more the onions, the better. It adds a lot of sweetness and flavor. and you pack it right to the top like this. Once we got all our herring in there, we start pouring in the semi-hot brine like this, and a few of the spices on top. You want to put the lid on. You want to let it cool off, and once it's cold, put it in the fridge, and once it's in the fridge, it'll be good for at least a month, but keep it refrigerated. If there's any kids in your house and they go, ooh, herring, oh my God, no, well, here's a recipe that they're going to love, and they're going to love you for it. And it's a good source of all the minerals, vitamins, and oils, and this is what you want your kids eating. So this was after I brined them for a couple days. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in flour, and then I'm going to put them in an egg wash. And then I'm going to put them into cornflakes. Crumbs like that. And then we're going to fry them in about a 1/4 inch of oil. My favorite oil for cooking is grapeseed oil, or you want an oil that has a high smoke point. That way you're not burning the oil, and it's not taking away from all the goodness of frying. And there we go. And you want to turn them. They don't take very long to cook. Put them on a cookie rack so that they don't get moist on one side and lose that nice crunchiness. Take your plate with, I suggest a little bit of potatoes and onion, boiled potatoes, seasoned with a little bit of olive oil, salt, and pepper. And then put your herring right on the top like that. And serve it with a little bit of homemade tartar sauce. Now, there's not a kid in the house that would say no to this. I know mine don't like herring, and they ate that and loved it. And that's what you want. With the tartar, lemon, the potatoes, now that's a nice meal. What we've done here is we've scaled these, we've gutted them earlier, we've left the milk in or the roe, which is very tasty, and then we're going to put a little bit of olive oil on them, just like that, and toss them around so they get coated in that olive oil. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of coarse salt and just sprinkle them all over with coarse salt like this. Put them on a cookie rack. You want to coat them really well with coarse salt, and especially a little bit inside the cavity, right in here. You want to put a little bit right inside the belly cavity. A little bit of oregano, just a hint. Turn them around, same thing on the other side, and then we'll bake them at 400 degrees for 15 minutes. So what I do is I'll take some of these herring and I'll put them on a plate like this, just like that. If you like, you can put a little bit of onion for decoration, definitely some lemon wedges, and drizzle some fresh extra virgin olive oil over them, just lightly, like that. One of the things that is very important about cooking them this way is knowing how to eat them. So when you take a herring on your plate, what you want to do is you want to put it so that it stands up like this. Take your knife and just separate right in the center like this, where the main skeleton of the fish is. So it falls apart on either side like that. And then what you do is you grab the head with the main skeleton and just pull it off like this. And this is virtually boneless. Now, this is the milt. And some people really love eating that, some people don't. I really like it. I'll put a little bit of extra olive oil on that, just a touch. And then I'm going to squeeze a little bit of lemon on that. And this is virtually boneless.